This is lesson 493. This is a spelling dictation lesson. I'm going to dictate words within sentences, and any one of the elements that we have learned thus far in the program may be present in any one of the words which I dictate. This chart here contains the consonant teams and the syllable pattern 4, 5, and 6 teams we've learned thus far in the program. If it is helpful for you, you can return to this screen at any time to review the information contained here. I begin with sentence 1, and the sentence reads, "It is important that we correctly estimate the lumberjack's salary." It is important that we correctly estimate the lumberjack's salary. It is important. This is a 3-syllable word, and for spelling, pronounce it important. M has 2 sounds, I, m. Pour, 2 sounds, p, or. Tant, 4 sounds, t, a, n, t. Important. That we correctly, this is a 3-syllable word, pronounce it correctly. Core, 2 sounds, k, or. Rect, 4 sounds, r, e, k, t. Ly, 2 sounds, l, e. Correctly. Estimate, 3 syllables, s, 2 sounds, e, s. T, 2 sounds, t, I. Mate, 3 sounds, a, t. Estimate. The lumberjacks, lum, 3 sounds, l, bur, 2 sounds, b, jacks, 4 sounds, j, a, k, s. Lumberjacks. Salary, salary. Sa, 2 sounds, s, a. Lay, 2 sounds, l, a. Re, 2 sounds, r, e. Salary. It is important that we correctly estimate the lumberjack's salary. Now pause the video and mark the words that we have focused upon in the dictation process, and once you've completed doing so, advance the video screen. It is important that we correctly estimate the lumberjack's salary. Notice in correctly we have a CT blend that you must keep together with the short E sound, so we put a half circle under the C and T to indicate it must remain together for division purposes. Also in lumberjacks, notice at the end of the word we have an apostrophe S. When you want to show possession, you would use apostrophe followed by the S to indicate possession. Sentence 2. The staff at the embassy was impolite to the challengers. The staff at the embassy was impolite to the challengers. The staff at the embassy, for spelling, pronounce it M-bass-C. M has 2 sounds, e, m. Bass, 3 sounds, b, a, s. C, 2 sounds, s, e. M-bass-C. Was impolite, M, 2 sounds, I, m. Po, 2 sounds, p, o. Light, 3 sounds, l, I, t. Impolite to the challengers. Chal, 3 sounds, ch, a, l. len, 3 sounds, ol, n. Jers, 3 sounds, j, z. Challengers. The staff at the embassy was impolite to the challengers. Pause the video, mark the words. When you're ready, advance the screen. The staff at the embassy was impolite to the challengers. Sentence 3. I want to disengage from the complaining of the passengers. I want to disengage from the complaining of the passengers. I want to disengage. Dis has 3 sounds. D, I, S. N, 2 sounds. E, N. Gauge, 3 sounds. G, A, J. Disengage from the complaining, and for spelling, pronounce it complaining. Com has 3 sounds. K, A, M. Play, 3 sounds. P, ul, A. Ning, 3 sounds. N, I, ng. Complaining of the passengers. Passengers, pass, 3 sounds. P, a, s. Sen, 3 sounds. S, e, n. Jers, 3 sounds. J, z. Pass, sen, jers. I want to disengage from the complaining of the passengers. Mark the words and then advance the video screen. I want to disengage from the complaining of the passengers. Notice in disengage, the syllable rule above disengage after the first syllable is underlined, 1, and that's because we have an exception to syllable rule 1. In order to preserve the correct pronunciation of the word, the division comes after the S, so we have an exception to syllable rule 1. Sentence 4. The audio content of the radio program does not captivate me. The audio content of the radio program does not captivate me. The audio, and we're going to pronounce it audio. First syllable is 1 sound, aw. Di, 2 sounds, d, I. O, 1 sound. Audio, content of the radio, ray has 2 sounds, r, a. Di, 2 sounds, d, I. O, 1 sound. Radio. Program does not captivate me. Does not captivate. Captivate. Cap has 3 sounds. K, a, p. T, 2 sounds. T, I. Vate, 3 sounds. V, a, t. Captivate me. The audio content of the radio program does not captivate me. Mark the words in this sentence. The audio content of the radio program does not captivate me. Sentence 5. With great excitement, the informant gave his summary. With great excitement, the informant gave his summary. With great excitement. X has 2 sounds. E, x. Sight, 3 sounds. S, I, t. Meant, 4 sounds. M, e, n, t. Excitement. The informant, now pronounce it informant. In has two sounds, I, N. For, two sounds, F, or. Mant, four sounds, A, N, T. Informant gave his summary. Now pronounce this summary. Sum has three sounds, S, May, two sounds, A. Re, two sounds, R, E. Summary. With great excitement, the informant gave his summary. Mark the words in this sentence. With great excitement, the informant gave his summary. Sentence 6. I like potatoes and tomatoes with celery and lettuce. I like potatoes and tomatoes with celery and lettuce. I like potatoes. Potatoes. Po has two sounds. P, O. Tay, two sounds. T, A. Toes, three sounds. T, O, Z. Potatoes and tomatoes. Tomatoes. To has two sounds. T, O. May, two sounds. A. Toes, three sounds. T, O, Z. Tomatoes with celery. Celery. Se, two sounds. S, E. Lur, two sounds. L, E, one sound. Celery. And lettuce. I like potatoes and tomatoes with celery and lettuce. Mark the words. I like potatoes and tomatoes with celery and lettuce. Sentence 7. We watch video on cable with much amusement and enjoyment. We watch video on cable with much amusement and enjoyment. We watch video, V, two sounds, V, I, D, two sounds, D, E, O, one sound. Video on cable with much amusement. A has one sound. Muse, three sounds. Use, ment, four sounds. E, n, t. Amusement and enjoyment. N has two sounds. E, n. Joy, two sounds. J, oi. Ment, four sounds. E, n, t. Enjoyment. We watch video on cable with much amusement and enjoyment. Mark the words. We watch video on cable with much amusement and enjoyment. Sentence 8. Gwendolyn did pick her way gingerly across Porcupine Pass. Gwendolyn did pick her way gingerly across Porcupine Pass. Gwendolyn, Gwendolyn. First syllable Gwen, four sounds. G, W, E, N. Do, two sounds. D, O. Lyn, three sounds. L, I, N. Gwendolyn did pick her way gingerly, gingerly, gin, three sounds. J, I, N. Jur, two sounds. J, Lee, two sounds. L, E. Gingerly. 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 Ginger gingerly. A cross, porcupine, porcupine, por has two sounds, p, or, q, two sounds, k, u, pine, three sounds, p, I, n. Porcupine pass. Gwendolyn did pick her way gingerly across Porcupine Pass. Mark the words. Gwendolyn did pick her way gingerly across Porcupine Pass. We capitalize the P in porcupine because it's the name of a place. Sentence 9. The graduate did display heroism in the face of his tormentor. The graduate did display heroism in the face of his tormentor. The first word, graduate. Now we're going to alter the pronunciation slightly and say graduate. Gra, three sounds. G, r, a. Du, two sounds. D, u, eight, two sounds. A, t. Graduate did display heroism. First syllable is he, two sounds. H, e. Ro, two sounds. R, o. Ism, three sounds. I, z, m. Heroism in the face of his tormentor. Tormentor. Tor has two sounds. T, or. Men, three sounds. M, e, n. Tor, two sounds. T, or. Tormentor. The graduate did display heroism in the face of his tormentor. Mark the words. The graduate did display heroism in the face of his tormentor. And our last sentence, 10. Congress will ratify the Retirement Home for the Buffalo Act. Congress will ratify the Retirement Home for the Buffalo Act. Congress will ratify. Ratify. Ra has two sounds. Ra, a. T, two sounds. T, I. Fi, two sounds. F, I. Ratify the retirement. Retirement. Re has two sounds. R, E. Tire, three sounds. T, I, Meant, four sounds. M, e, n, t. Retirement. Home for the buffalo. Buffalo, and pronounce this for spelling buff, fe, lo. Buff has three sounds. B, f. Fe, two sounds. F, a. Lo, two sounds. O. Buffalo Act. Congress will ratify the Retirement Home for the Buffalo Act. Mark the words in this sentence. Congress will ratify the Retirement Home for the Buffalo Act. And this completes the dictation of sentences from Lesson 493.